Why Adolf
Why
Hitler
Adolf
face
Hitler
couldn't be
face couldn't be
recognized.
recognized.
Through resources
Through
found while
resources
writing
found
this
while
book
writing
below
this
the
book below
foundation
the
of a building
foundation
that
of a
neat
building
Port
that neat
Talbot
Port
Planning
Talbot
Department
Planning
should have
Department
never
should
give
have
planning
never give
permission to
planning
an
permission
auxiliary
to an
nurse named
auxiliary nurse.
Power to build 28 bedrooms with a n-inch vertical crack down the center of the building, while located to the dungeon below the surface of foundation whereas 5 residents were kept in complete darkness with the child and never came up for daylight. I began to write a book during the 5 months that I was kept there for ripping of the radiator wooden guard from previous room. How can you twist a divorced female mind that had already been twisted like the chapter called 10 to Midnight Train from Paddington truly twisted Kelly Cuggy breasts after rubbing her knees down in the dungeon with her huge breasts, poor administration staff playing Andy Pandy who tits fell out most days in front of me. David, you can't take my staff. Is Kelly Cuggy bisexual? If New York Times publish the book you will find out why I had my doubts. In the book the researches that I accomplished to find the facts, there was one fact: the Walther P38 semi-automatic pistol that was once owned by Adolf Hitler that he used suicide himself. The P38 was not powerful enough to disfigure Hitler's head and face. An imposter replaced all Hitler's health records for Hitler to take a new identity in Austria, who got shot with a powerful gun in the bunker just before the Russians found the body and set fire to it. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=e5 by JVZ Kais. The King Father, the Duke of Windsor, German Prince Philip, when 16 years old 1937, walked behind his older sister Cecile, who was killed in an air crash. The young prince is flanked by grieving relatives, all wearing distinctive Nazi uniforms. One is clad in the uniform of the brown shirts, another wears full SS regalia. The street in Darmstadt, near Frankfurt, is lined with crowds, many giving the Heil Hitler salute. During the WW II, the Duke visited various Nazi concentration camps while Duke Philip's youngest sister Sophie, elegantly dressed with a fur hanging on the back of her chair, is seen sitting opposite Hitler at the wedding of Luftwaffe Commander Hermann Göring and his bride Emmy. Sophie was not the only sibling with Nazi links. 3 of Philip's 4 sisters, Margarita, Cecile, and Sophie, married German aristocrats who became leading figures in the Nazi Party. Princess Sophie writes of a private lunch with Hitler and how she thought he was a charming and seemingly modest man. She married Prince Christoph von Hessen, a director in the Third Reich Air Ministry, an SS colonel and the chief of Göring's secret intelligence service, responsible for spying on anti-Nazis. See you if you can spot Leanne Kernick fully dressed, who have asked many questions. If New York Times published this book, then buy it and read it for $1.